G'day everybody, Evan here. Welcome to another hopefully not boring video. Today I'm actually going to explore the Cutless Black, and this is quite a interesting ship. I've never seen a ship designed quite like this before, so yeah. Obviously I'm not going to run through the specs because let's face it, I don't bloody well know them. But what I'm actually going to show you is just what it looks like outside, and then of course inside, and then I'm going to take this for a little bit of a fly just to see how it actually handles. The one thing I do like on this ship so far, just by looking at it, is the two side doors. I know that there's a rear ramp. I'm sure that there's a rear ramp. Yes, there is a rear ramp. So yeah, those two side doors have got me very intrigued because I actually want to see how quick they actually open. I know it sounds strange, but it is actually something I'm really interested in, because this to me kind of looks like a troop transport type of ship, or it could be. But yeah, again, what do I know? I mean, I've seen this ship for the first time, and I'm just excited that I saw more than two ships in my fleet manager. So yeah, well, what can I say? But the beautiful thing is that, yep, the door closes, which is quite good. I think these things are seats. Are they? I would say yes, there are seats. Okay, there are three seats on one side, and it looks like there are three seats on the other. Okay, what I'm kind of missing is a light switch. I mean, yes, there are some internal lights, but I really want that light switch just to turn it all on, just to make it even easier. So I'm going to turn my helmet light on, just so I can actually see if I can first of all find a light switch. But I found the panel to open the door. Whoa. Okay, that's cool. That's a very quick door. Okay, that's brilliant. Well, if people are firing at you, you want to close the doors as quick as possible, wouldn't you? But no, that's cool. I like that. I don't see any stairs or ladders, so I think this is pretty much get the hell out as quick as possible and don't think about coming back type of a ship. Okay, fair enough. We can work with that. Ooh. Oh, hello. Okay. I like the fact that it's all compact in this sense. Even though the ship outside looks quite big, and it probably well is, but I like it how it's all put together. It looks quite cool. And I apologize for the glare of my helmet, but let's just keep going. I am not a fan, I must admit, of the green displays. I mean, for me, I personally just don't like them. Makes it more difficult for me to see. That's probably because I'm half blind the best of times. So yeah, again, personal things. Now that the lights are on, I can see that we've got a bit of orange around. Just by looking at the ship, I have a kind of a Hurston Lowville kind of vibe to this, which is okay. I don't have an issue with it, but yeah, that's what I get just by looking at this ship. And also too, I mean, the orange goes with it, but I'm not a fan of the orange in general. But it is cool. I'm just looking around to see if there's anything else I can open, because I like to open and close things. The turret, this ought to be cool. Let's have a look. Alright, I like it. I'm not going to spend too much time in the turret. Let's see if I can actually turn it on. Nope, that's not it. Power on, that's it. Okay, so, yep, it's a turret. Now let's get out of that, because I can't fire anything here, so that would just be a bit of a waste. But I'd be very interested to see what the co-pilot seat looks like, or feels like, I should say. Or what feeling? It's not like I'm actually sitting there, but yeah, you know what I mean. What can we get out of this? Okay. Alright. Can I turn the damn thing on? I'm looking. There is a power on. Okay. So, I've got everything that's on the screens. That's cool. Landing gear is telling me it's flashing. I don't know what that means here. But no quantum and no hydrogen fuel, which means probably I can't fly from this station, which is unfortunate. That would have been quite cool. Although, I wonder if you can at some point. Maybe you can now, and I'm just too silly not to realize how to actually do it. I don't know. That flashing landing gear button just sent me a bit of a signal. Maybe it's one of those things where you actually have to press it, and that takes you, that gives you the control. But anyway, I see, well, a couple of contacts in front of me. That's cool. All right. Well, let's take off. Let's see what this looks like in flight. Now, I don't know how sensitive it is, so I'll just give it a little tap on the spacebar to actually see how high I can get this thing. All right, that wasn't too sensitive. That's okay. All right. Landing gear. Cool. Do the wings fold up? No. Okay, that's a bit disappointing, but that's all right. But the back looks awesome, I must admit. That's quite cool. Looks rather mean, like I'm going to come and get you type of an approach. Okay, bit of afterburners. Sounds cool. I can't say I'm in love with it, but it is quite cool. And I also like the cargo, well, not really cargo space, but the, well, I don't know. Can you actually do cargo on this thing? I'll try that one day. But I do like the actual space provided in the rear. Yes, for people, at least 6 people can sit in the back. You can have one on the turrets, one on the co-pilot, and of course the pilot. So you got a couple of room if you've got some friends that you like to play around with. So, oh god, that sounded terrible. Play the game with. Let's go like that. But yeah, what I'm going to do now is I've come up to that ship, which was just basically sitting there, and I'm going to relive my Top Gun fantasies. Those of you that have seen Top Gun, and I don't mean the new one, I mean the original, what I'm trying to pull off now is what Tom Cruise did in the old inverted dive with the MiG-28. And yes, I know it's space, so there's nothing to do with the dive, but I am inverted from my point of view, of course. So basically what I'm trying to do is to get cockpit window to cockpit window together, and I think that was quite cool. Now I'm going to come in and land. I honestly don't know how low to the platform I should be here. This is the first time I've actually landed, so this is going to be rough. Okay, wasn't too bad. I actually like the fact that this ship itself is kind of, when you pilot it, is symmetrical, meaning you got the same on both sides, just in case you didn't know what symmetrical meant. That's the part I really like about this ship. If you go in the middle of something, you know you're going to be in the middle. Some of the others, when you're off to the side, you kind of forget where you are. All right, so this, ladies and gentlemen, is the Dragonfly, or the space bike as I've heard it referred to, or a little runner thing that you can go on planets. I'm going to have a lot of fun with this, but for now, what I really want to do is see what this thing can actually do in space. So obviously no quantum fuel, which means I ain't going to be jumping anywhere soon. Oh jeez, I did have a really silly idea. Just whoa. Okay, I just touched the spacebar button. That's very responsive. All right, so what I'm going to do with this, I'm actually going to go back to the ship that I did the inverted dive on, or yeah, you know what I mean, and just poke around and see what I can do. Actually, what I really want to see is how close I can get to it, obviously without getting a crime stat or anything like that. Thank you very much. I do intend to do so. But this is also quite cool. I do like this, that afterburner. Wow. That's very, very cool. I like the way that those... Wow. I don't know why, but I'm turning my head as well. Okay. Shows I haven't been outside long enough these days. Alright, so let's get closer to the ship. I can't remember actually which ship I was just at, so I'm just going to pick one at random. Maybe it's this one. Most likely not. So, here I go. Off I get. And this is quite cool. Alright. Oh, a hatch. Are you kidding? Can we actually board these things? Oh, that's brilliant. Oh, what a video. This is going to be epic. Come on. Yep, and I'm upside down, but that's alright. Come on, I have to get closer. That has to go from green to an aqua color. Not there yet, but where's the open door? That's not letting me... What's going on here? Come on. You were giving me that before. You're telling me it's hatch? Thank you, I can see that. Usually within about 5 meters of it, it allows you to open. Okay, so I can see it like this. Aha! There's the open door. Let me... Yeah, okay, that didn't work from here, obviously. Let me try to get a bit closer. Boke It's still doing it? Man. Ah! That's annoying. I was so excited about that because I don't know what this ship is. That would have been cool to have a look inside. Alright. But one thing that's bugging me, if these are those ships that like ask to scan you every time you come into a planet and things like that, or at least for me, why the bloody hell isn't it moving now? I mean, it doesn't look damaged, and I've been flying back and forth and I obviously didn't shoot it at it. Why is it doing this? No, kind of look okay. More turrets and guns and everything. Why isn't it moving? Just can't spawn here and do nothing. Are those legs? I just realized why it's not moving. Oh, look on top. I'll turn my light on. Give me a second. Where's the key? Where's the key? Here it is. Watch. And on. Okay, mystery solved. Now I know why the ship isn't moving. It's because the pilot has been spawned half in and half out of the ship. Well, you don't see that every day, at least in space. I've seen that on some of the space stations for sure, and a few areas within Microtech. Surprise, surprise. But not in the ship, not near a space station. That's quite cool. Yeah, I too would not be able to fly anywhere if I was like that. So I'm going to jump now back on the Dragonfly, head back and land it, and that will pretty much be the end of the video. If all goes well. Now, considering I've never landed this thing, I have no idea what my success rate is going to be here. It's either going to be landed quite nicely, or I'm going to break the bloody thing, and then die. But let's have a look. So, landing gear down, yep, all good. Here I come. And down. Okay. Why is it bouncing? I'm not bouncing it, guys. I moved it, yes, but I didn't bounce it.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
You kidding, right? And I'll try to jump off it now. Get off, come on. Up. Alright, cool. Got him off. That's hey, where'd it go? Okay, that's a perfect way to end the video. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you had a good laugh at that. I did. Until the next one. See ya.